to speak on this because I had a conversation with some of my homeboys about this, and it was like kind of a mixed type of thing because it's like we talk about I play video games on this channel. If you don't know, I play video games on this channel, and I do want to see the life of the video game community, but I do know that I'm not gonna hold you. I do partake in piracy of games. I do. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I do partake in piracy of the games because of my own lifestyle choices. I get it. Technically, video game creators are artists and you want to support other artists. I get it. But the way that the video game community is going is literally by the name of this video, Stop Killing Games versus Pirate Software. Mind you, the dude's name is Pirate Software. We can talk about them. But I feel like his views on Stop Killing Games is more so personal with the person that started. And you'll see why. But my personal views when it comes to video games is I do realize that I partake in the bad behavior of pirating games. The reason why I feel like it's not justified, it's not, but the reason why I feel like it's justified for my own well-being is I should not be paying $50 to $70 to $80 for a game that I got back on my fucking Nintendo Switch. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be, and I get it. I hear y'all in the background. That's not all games. That's not all fucking games. I get it. Y'all motherfuckers be. I remember one time I had a motherfucker trying to tell me what I should do with my money. He wants me to pay him, and he trying to tell me what I should be doing with my money. And it's like that's where you lose me, my nigga. That's where you fucking lose me. That's when I be like, all right, fuck it then. Now I'm like, fuck it. Because it's like you're trying to tell me what to do with my money. Like y'all niggas ain't telling them niggas with the OnlyFans money that be paying $10,000 a month for these girls. Y'all ain't telling them what to do with their money. It's a lost cause for them. And you gonna come to me and tell me what? Nah. That's not how this shit go, bruh. So sometimes people are entitled to your money when they feel as though they do a job and they feel as though they're entitled for you to give them. No, I'm not. If I have means to get this game other ways, then it is what it is. It's the same way when it comes to art. If they have means to screenshot your shit, they screenshot my shit, they screenshot everybody else's shit. We just talked about the Raw Straws shit on how he basically he put people's names James Jean. I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just saying that if it's available to do so, then best believe it's getting done by some people. It's getting done. Okay? Now, when it comes to the artist's perspective, integrity, yes, I do want to support these people. When I get enough money, I will support these people. Until then, I'm not paying no fucking, and then I'm paying for a subscription. I'm paying for a license. I don't understand like that aspect to it too, because it's like, yes, even with, I have Steam. I like Steam. I just don't like the fact that if Steam shuts down, all the fucking hundreds of dollars of games that I paid for on Steam, poof. And they're saying that some of these digital, we're talking about the Nintendo Switch too, right? Some of those cartridges that they buy are not cartridges for the game. They're cartridges for license of the game, even though they're a physical fucking copy of the game. Why are we going down this path? Why are we going down this path when it comes to video games? I get it. I understand my integrity is a little shady. I get it. When it comes to me supporting games, I want to support my fucking people. Like there's this dude in my it's in my Discord. I'm in his Discord and he's trying to build a video game. I'ma support that nigga. No ifs, ands, or buts. I support people. You can ask people that I'm around. I do. But when it comes to these video games, they on some bullshit, bro. Are we gonna call it what it is? They on some bullshit. I was just watching, and the reason why I had to get off her page is because she played into the whole gender politics, and I was like, all right, this is getting off subject, but we're here. But she was mad at the fact I watched this video about this young lady basically talking about, if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. All of these video game content creators they were basically grifting on the aspect of, yeah, these video games are too expensive. These video games are too expensive. Nintendo Switch 2 is too expensive. But hey guys, I got a Nintendo Switch here, so let's review this because I gotta do it. I gotta do my job. But they don't stand on business, right? She was calling people out, right? And I think that's you should call people out on the bullshit because it's like it's a grift. It's a grift. If you grifting, it's grifting. It is what it is. Because you move in the aspect of yes, it's wrong, but you still go out and buy the fucking video game. Now, if it's on sale, cool, you got it on sale. But if you are going there buying the $500 video game and you was the same motherfuckers talking about it's too expensive motherfuckers, it's cool that you want to be in the cool kids club, the brokey cool kids club, because you know there's the expensive cool kids club and there's the brokey cool kids club. But it's not real. It's a facade. Just keep it what it is. I would respect you more if you actually said, I understand the sentiments behind Nintendo Switch being too expensive, but I have enough money, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pay for it, and I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Cool. I have nothing wrong with that type of sentiment. Actually, I might just watch your video just because I'm that type of person where I may not agree with you, but I'm gonna still try to hear your point. You know what I mean? Hear your point of view. I don't think that Pirate Software is that type of nigga, because not only did he not agree with him, but then he started throwing epithets towards, I'm not even sure if I'm using that word right, but he started throwing words, calling him everything but a child of God at old boy that made the Stop Killing Games. And he's moving the goalposts. He's creating a straw man argument that clearly wasn't the fucking point. We're going to watch this video and I'm going to give you just a little breakdown of it. But I totally agree with the aspect of Pirate Software is on some diabolical shit and he might want to slow down. He's built his fan base to an exorbitant amount to where he doesn't have to slow down. But truth be told, he's showing his fake card, bruh, because it's giving grifting vibes. It's giving, because he's also in the industry. He's in the industry of creating video games. So, of course, it would make sense for him to be against this because then he does not get paid if nobody supports video games. You understand what I mean? Specifically, video games that turn off when the company says that we don't want to support this online service anymore. There's ways to do it. Like I've seen people talk about like Diablo 2. They're going to talk about that in this video. But yeah, it's like, I'm going to just go back to my personal view. My personal view is, should games be in this state where they're in right now, where motherfuckers is getting away with murder? Nintendo, I'm looking at you. They're getting away with murder. And people throw up the defense of it's inevitable. It was going to always be like this. So you just gonna, if you the type of nigga that just spread your booty cheeks wide open to get fucked, then I'm like, go ahead. That's you. You're open. You're literally handing Nintendo the Vaseline. Go ahead. That's you. I'm the one that like to do the fucking. Fuck you. Okay. I don't want to be in a situation where I have to be okay with my purchases being licenses to games. I'm not okay with being my subscription. You know what I mean? I'm not okay with that shit. I'm not. I understand. That's why whenever I catch a sale, I'm on a sale aspect. I'm not paying full price for games. The last time I paid full price for a game, and it still hurt me to this day, was Silent Hill 2 Remake. It was a good fucking game. It was a good fucking game, but I hate the fact that I paid for a license, meaning that if Steam goes down, that's it. But I was basically rushing. They love the fact that when you're rushing and then they know that you have no other options. They love that shit. You know what I mean? Case in point, with the Xbox show. When the Xbox show was being had, they said that these games are fully accessible right now. Only on the Xbox Game Pass. Gotcha. Because once you buy the Xbox Game Pass, it's not your games. It's a subscription to the library of games, but it's none of these games are yours. That subscription-based shit is for the birds, bruh. It's for the birds because, case in point, going back to Nintendo, Nintendo has a Nintendo Online, right? Tell me why Nintendo Switch Online separated their fucking online gameplay. Meaning, not the online gameplay, but the online games selection. Meaning, like, Everything from Nintendo 64 and down is specifically for Nintendo Switch Online, the first one. GameCube and everything above is gonna be for Nintendo Switch 2. I want to make sure that I fact check that shit, because y'all niggas be on my ass when it comes to that. It's fucking video games, but it's like, I want to make sure that I fact check. Excuse me. Yes, Nintendo GameCube games will be available on Nintendo Switch 2, but only through Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack service. This means you need both a Switch 2 console and a paid Nintendo Switch 2 online. So it's like they're basically limiting, you know what I mean? And it's an emulated fucking game, mind you. It's no reason for them to do this. It's no reason for them to do this. But again, there's people that's going to the defense of Nintendo saying that it's going to happen inevitably. It's going to happen inevitably. They're going to fuck us anyway, so you might as well spread your ass cheeks open. It's like, y'all, this is why I pirate games. This is why I be like, fuck y'all. Because mind you, these are games that I can buy, but if I go on the market and buy, they're not going back to the actual fucking creator of the games. That's why they keep reselling you. This is something that was thrown out to me. The reason why they don't want to put a license for you to have the full game to yourself is because they can keep selling it to you. They can keep selling it to you because you don't have the license, so they can take it away, repackage it as remastered, HD, OLED, and then sell it back to you for $50 fucking dollars. How many times have they sold us? Like, I was part of the fucking goofy ass niggas. I was part of them. How many times have they sold us Super Mario 64? How many fucking times? Super Mario Galaxy. How many times? Super Mario Sunshine. You understand what I mean? And then they gave us half of the fucking Super Mario. They didn't even give us two. They just gave us one. It's like, bruh. Like, at what point do you be like, all right, my ass is fucking hurting. My ass is fucking hurting from you fucking me, Nintendo. It hurts. Like, at this point, it's like, I get it. You want to support the game. You want to support the creators. Fuck the Nintendo situation. But at the same time, you say fuck them. But no, it's fuck you. It's fuck you. We can go back to the video.
This is shit. It's shit.
Your community is out in force, hitting up our streams and socials with hate messages, threats, and snide comments.
Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to.
Orbiters turn shit toxic instantly, and it sets me off. Your community is f***ing rabid, and it's shit to deal with for anyone on the other side of the argument.
That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction.
Your community is f***ing rabid.
The level of stupid that I just had to receive.
Your community is f***ing rabid.
That's awful. No, eat my entire ass.
For China!
You guys are absolutely insane. We are now less than 3,000 subs away from 90K, the magic number that's supposed to get me dug out of this hole. I mean, this channel's rapid growth is not something that I could have ever predicted, because I didn't really think people would like this garbage. Over 1.4 million views this month, over 7,000 new subs. I want to take time to thank all of you, but at the same time, you're all actively looking to deport me because you saw me drink a Modelo. So I don't know if I should be thankful or if this is one of those situations where I'm a dancing monkey to you. I'll say thank you when you guys dig me out of this damn hole. Yes, I know. All the blood rushing to my head could potentially kill me, but while we're at it, legislators, politicians, entire governments, and the gaming industry are trying to kill video games. If you're not informed, which, I mean, at this point you practically are, because everybody who's pretending to care about this subject is blasting videos like they're blasting loads all over their dirty socks, DSP style.
He's blasting cum everywhere.
But in this case, it's actually a good thing, because Stop Killing Games is one of the biggest consumer movements that I highly recommend every single person who has passion for this hobby we call gaming needs to support. Hell,
let me go back to that, because I need to.
Is one of the biggest consumer.
You and Ubisoft or its licensors may terminate this EAU at any time for any. That's basically the games that they purchase.
Movements that I highly recommend every single person who.
Blizzard reserves the right to terminate this agreement at any time for any reason or for no reason, with or without notice to you. This is what I mean by your subscriptions. This is what I mean by your licenses. It's like, yes, I get it. We want to support artists, support creators, support developers, because we love what y'all do. We do. But when you side with the fucking devil, it's like, Now we have to make ultimatums. We got to make choices. We do. And sometimes they're not the best choices. You know what I mean? They're not. They're not. Again, I can compare it to art. I understand the aspect of artists being told, hey, I don't have enough money to buy. But that artist needs to stand on his position and be like, this is what my game is worth, right? But it's different when you say this is what my game is worth, and then you still have game developers talking about how they're not paid enough from their game developing studios, the crunch time to bring games into fully developed games, and then how they be putting out whack ass beta versions at first, and then they talk about, oh well, we put out this game because this is the last final project and we're gonna keep giving updates to the game. So why are you giving updates to the game and I'm paying $75 for it? You know what I mean? Like, why are you giving updates to this game and you say that it's finished, but I'm paying like 50? 50 is not a problem. I'll give 50. 50 is not a problem. 60? It's not a problem. I'll take 60. 75, 80, and $90 games is fucking ridiculous, dog. It's fucking ridiculous. And you could blame it on the whole tax and the tariffs and blame it on fucking Jesus not here being here. Goddamn, like y'all blame it on everything. Again, I've had motherfuckers that's tried to tell me what I should do with my money because I spend money on this, and this. And I'm like, nigga, you don't know what the fuck I'm going through. You don't know what the fuck type of shit that I got to make sure I take care of. I wipe my ass. You gonna make sure that I get my wet wipes? Oh, but I got to buy tissue. I got to buy tissue because tissue is cheaper and I use wet wipes and that's luxury. No, I'm going to use motherfucking wet wipes, nigga. The fuck? And y'all niggas better be using wet wipes, okay? Because if you using tissue and y'all out here with the dry mud butt, you should be a fucking shame that you count your fucking days. All right, we're going to go back to the video.
Who has passion for this hobby we call gaming needs to support. Hell, at the very least, take a look at it. Stop Killing Games is a consumer movement advocating for the preservation of video games, specifically targeting the practice of publishers rendering games unplayable after they've been sold. This happens when games rely on publisher servers to function, and the publisher shuts down those servers, effectively destroying the game for all players.
We're going to try to see if we could sign this petition right now. Matter of fact, it's a signature in an email or... Oh, I can't do it. God damn it. I am in America, but I'm not in one of these kinds. Ugh. I guess I can't do it then. Can I? All right, I'm not going to do that. Not on cam. Yeah, boy.
The movement aims to challenge the legality of this practice and promote consumer rights related to game ownership and preservation.
Just standing up for my rights as a consumer.
You're goddamn right. Had this movement taken effect years ago, and I mean years ago, we would still have Mewtwo's Monsters Online, damn it. We'd still have Club Penguin. Yeah, okay, sure, maybe online functionality wouldn't be there anymore and people couldn't play it online, but that's where the importance of an offline mode comes in, instead of outright destroying these entire games. This is a sentiment I'm pretty sure the majority of gamers can agree with. Things that people love for years suddenly vanish from existence because devs can just pull the plug on the server and never preserving what they had created. There is a sea of lost MMOs and other online games that at one point did exist but had the plug pulled on them. And this movement is led by Ross Scott. You might know him as the YouTuber Accursed Farms. And this man has been very passionate about this, understandably so. The man is on a mission to do exactly what the movement is titled: Stop Killing Games. In a world where online connectivity is practically mandatory for a lot of titles that currently exist, this movement aims to challenge the legality of it, because when you purchase something, especially a video game, you should have every right to still own said video game. But that's not the day and age we're living in anymore. You don't actually own anything. And that's proven when purchases are invalidated when developers decide to shut down their servers. If you cannot see the cause for great concern over this, then this is not the video for you. You should click off and go find a different hobby. But for those of us who love video games, it is crucial that not only video games remain preserved, but that your purchase over said product cannot be invalidated and no longer exist. Legally, this should not be happening. and yet it does with things like
Multiple
The
times.
Crew. Remember that game? Hell, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. Even Concord, all right? As much as Concord was the laughing stock of the industry, it's still crucial to ensure games like that get preserved for the better or for the worse, or so people can look
people
at it
stop fucking with
years later, scratching
People
their
stop
heads
fucking
wondering
with it
what Sony was snorting. It's not a matter of whether you
They
like
took that
these
shit
games
offline, I
or
think.
not. It's a matter of the principle and your right as a
Buying the game,
consumer
yeah.
to the ownership of a product that you paid full price
Yeah.
to quote unquote own.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. These games are designed with an expiration date. They are designed to one day go offline forever. The crazy part is the legality of this is not tested in most countries. Most governing bodies don't take it serious, in spite of the fucking fact that the video game industry generates more revenue than both music and the movie industry combined.
know
It is
that.
a global economic powerhouse,
I didn't know that.
surpassing basically every form of entertainment. So you're goddamn right, it should be taken serious. And that's
No, I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure that that's true. That's crazy if that's true. Does the video? Let's see, say it, movie industry. Right? I want to make sure that I said that. Wow, that's crazy. Yes, video game industry generates more revenue than the music and movie industry combined. In 2024, the global video game market was valued at 190 billion, while the global record music industry earned around 36 billion and the global box office 32 billion. Are you fucking serious? This is even more reason why they act like they don't got enough money. They act like they don't get enough money from us. And then the creators, the developers don't even get paid enough. They're told to be in crunch time. They're not valued enough in the studios. When they talk about identity politics and shit, they get canceled for their views. It's like, bruh, we could talk about the Dragon Age Veilguard shit. We could talk about the motherfucking way that they did Last of Us 2. We could talk about how they tried to shit on Stellar Blade. We could talk about that shit. Even the motherfuckers that's basically indie and make it in the fucking industry. That's a whole nother fucking video. But it's like, are you serious? They make more than both of them combined. And that's even more reason. That's even more reason why I say fuck you when you tell me that I should not be pirating games. And they talking about I have to pay $75, $50. I'll pay it. $60. I'm gonna wait till I get on sale. 70. If you ain't got no sale partner, then shit, you ain't gonna sell me. My ass ain't on sale, my nigga. You cannot put. I am like Jamie Foxx. Get your hands off of me, okay? Get your hands off of me. Don't touch me. You feel me? Like, ain't no fucking way.
That's where you got to put
And I get it.
respect on Ross here.
I get it. To all the people in the back talking about some, yeah, you're not respecting the integrity. Man, fuck them. Fuck them folks, man. Fuck them folks. Ain't no way that the music industry and the movie industry is not making more, both combined, than the video game industry, and nobody talks about this shit. They talk about the movie and the music industry so fucking much, but the gaming industry is making more than them both combined. Damn near, they could triple them. And 30 on 30 on 30 is still 90, and it's still not hitting 190. It could be doubled at the very least, almost tripled, and they still ain't making that much. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Because he is punching way above his weight class, and you gotta admire the guy for doing that. Movements like this can only be started by individuals who truly have a passion for the hobby and understand it with years of experience and all the insight. Your average politicians, on the other hand, probably still think the Nintendo 64 is the latest console out, which is why a petition was formed specifically for this. I will leave a link down below and a link to Ross's channel so you can get even more information on this matter, because the guy breaks it down in autistic detail, and I'm just left floored at everything I'm hearing.
Yeah.
It's a really serious matter that I think people should take 1 hour out of their day to at least be informed on before they make a decision. Keep in mind that the petition is region-based, So if you are a citizen elsewhere, you can't sign on the behalf of UK residents or European citizens. But as we speak, the European Citizen Initiative has 517,000 signatures. The UK one has 25,000. And the French one, well, I didn't even bother. It's the French. For us Americans, if we want anything done about this, we're gonna have to turn to the FTC. You can keep track of every action that has been taken by Ross in this page. And as you can see, his work is quite extensive. The man has filed multiple complaints and
he's been doing his due
petitions
diligence
to all parts of the world. And I'm honestly amazed that one guy has been doing all of this. And it's crucial as many
serious. He's standing on
people all
business.
around the world participate as possible because there is a deadline for all of this. The UK petition closes on the 14th of July and the European one closes on the 31st of July. We are nearing the end of it. And I know I mainly consist of an American audience, but if I can get the attention of any of you European viewers or UK viewers, any small fraction of it would make a huge difference to the petition, so that no consumer ever loses access to their purchase is in the best interest of every single gamer out there. And you know it is, but in spite of that, there are still those who seek to misrepresent and manipulate and lie about what exactly this movement is. Personally, I don't think that's hard to believe because I've seen nearly every face of evil out there, and nothing surprises me. Pirate software, the real subject of the video. For once, we get to see what the face of the individuals who oppose consumer rights looks like, and this is it.
Little birdie arms. They're no thicker than a cigarette. I could smoke them little arms.
I've never liked pirate software,
tell you
mainly
what,
because Alex
I
liked
tell
them,
you
and well,
what.
unfortunately, usually if Alex really likes someone, that means they actually suck, and it's only a matter of time before we find out. And my gut feeling was right about this guy. Dude gave me a bad impression months ago when he false DMCA'd an indie developer and threatened to sue because that person supposedly made a joke about him in their game. That's a long story in of its own, and I'll leave a link to the best video covering that in the description so you can check it out. And that video comes from The Other Frost. Personally, I thought that was a good glimpse into Pirate Software's character and who he is as an individual, because this man's ego knows no bounds. There's nothing more destructive than an individual who is so committed to being right that he has convinced himself against all odds that he is the only correct one and everybody else around him is crazy.
People like that get on my fucking nerves, dog. Like, I try to be like, even when I feel as though I am rightfully right? Even with my last few videos, like I feel as though I'm rightfully right. I can still be like, understanding that there's sometimes situations where sometimes there are two people that are right. You know what I mean? In different situations, in different certain circumstances, right? I will never be the type to be like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, we at the very least, at the very most, I'll be like, agree to disagree. You know what I mean? But he's giving me vibes with what he says. He's giving me vibes where this shit was personal, and I don't know how, but he don't fuck with old boy.
Of all the voices out there to speak against the Stop Killing Games initiative, Pirate Software was one of them. Yeah, the supposedly most pro-consumer guy on this website took a stance against one of the most pro-consumer movements out there. And the way he proceeded to do so was by completely framing it as if what Ross was advocating for was to force developers to keep servers up and maintain online servers forever.
I don't understand. The Stop Killing Games initiatives is basically, we don't want single-player games to have DRM that the developers can turn off and thus render the single-player games inactive anymore. This is what they want to change. They need to be specific that they're talking about single-player games that do not need a server to support them.
No. You see, and this is where the bullshit is. This is where the bullshit incurs. Because he wants it to be specifically said that it's single-player games. Why? Pirate Software, why are you saying that? You're developing a game, aren't you? Is your game going to be a multiplayer game? Are you trying to basically say that your multiplayer game needs to be protected if he says that it consists of both multiplayer games and single player games? Mind you, he's just talking about games in general. Games in fucking general. But since you want to go there, you know what I mean, you want to move the goalposts, I want to know, is Pirate Software creating a multiplayer game? Because he's creating a game currently.
And as
Or it's
much
probably
as
already out.
they want it to be about specifically games where it is a single player game that has always online functionality, it would impact every live service game that exists. Instead of just targeting single player, always online games.
No, that's not what it is.
As you can clearly see, that is a disgusting misrepresentation
It's
of what the
basically-
movement is
yeah.
trying to achieve. And it has
He's
been
being
corrected and
disingenuous, at
stated
the very least.
numerous times. What makes this misinformation even worse is
It's basically what he wants to be said to these games is, hey, at least let the consumer know that this game that you're purchasing, let them know blatantly, not in the small fucking little details. Let them know blatantly, hey, if you're purchasing this game, then the game that you're purchasing is not going to be available at all, and they have to make that choice. And he's also stating that they want to make more games, that when you do make a game going forward in the future, let it be known, or just make more of games that cannot be quote unquote killed. At the very least, make more games that cannot be killed. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's like it's very disingenuous how he's going about that situation. I think that if anything,
very fact that
he's doing it
Pirate
on purpose,
Software here has been vocal against the movement for over 10 months, with this first video opposing it having over 1.2 million views. That is over 1 million people he blatantly misinformed 10 months ago. Here we are 10 months later, and he's continuing to do this. And what's more, he's no longer just giving his opinion. He is now doing it on a personal level. Yet, if you go over to the petition, as we can see here, which is clearly pointed out in the video, Stop Killing
Games is a consumer movement started to challenge the legality of publishers destroying video games they have sold to customers. You see what I mean? An increasing number of video games are sold effectively as goods with no stated expiration date. Let people know that this game will not be on the market. This is a license. This is not yours. This is a game that is a license, and we are expected to take this shit down, but designed to be completely unplayable as soon as the support from the publisher ends. This practice is a form of planned obsolescence and is not only detrimental to customers, but makes preservation effectively impossible. Furthermore, the legality of this practice is largely untested in many countries. Over the past year, we have successfully escalated complaints on this problem to consumer agencies in France, Germany, Australia, and have brought forth petitions for new law on this problem to various countries. A list of the actions taken date can be viewed here.
Killing Games is a consumer movement This movement is to ensure multiplayer, always online. The whole aim is to ensure that you aren't left with nothing. End of life plans for people to still own what they purchased.
Yeah.
Whether that's turning over the SDK to the player base to allow players to do whatever they want with the game and allow them to create whatever content or support they want long after.
The fact that Tears of the Kingdom is $70 on Switch is fucking diabolical. Because that game came out how long ago? How long did maybe 2? And it's still $70. That's fucking wild to me.
After Valve is gone, like they did with Team Fortress 2,
It's a beautiful
examples
game. I
like
get it.
that
But ain't no
are
way.
what this movement is aiming to accomplish. And that's the problem
Ain't
with
enough-
Pirate
ain't- ain't
Software.
enough shit to
He's
do in that game.
looking for where it specifically mentions this is focused on single player games that are always online, when from the beginning it's obvious as fuck that this encompasses all video games, as it should. And that's where it doesn't make sense to me. That's where I don't understand where Pirate Software's issue comes in play. Isn't it better that it covers all games specifically and not just single player? Because then that would ensure all video games in general remain preserved.
Transitioning an entire multiplayer server-side game into a single-player video game, which means rebalancing the entire experience around single player, rebuilding everything in the entire game. How are you going to do that with Final Fantasy XIV? You're just going to make all the raids soloable?
Obviously, clearly, like, every game is not going to be available like that. You know what I mean? Clearly. Every game cannot be like Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I don't see that being a game. They could do that, but I don't think that that'd be, I think that even the community, even though they would be sad that it'd be gone, and mind you, Final Fantasy XIV has so much. That's a part of the fucking $190 billion trillion. Like, that game makes so much fucking money. Because mind you, Final Fantasy XIV is subscription based, and that shit had been out for like 4 years, 5 years, and it's like, oh my god. Like, I'm thinking about it, and yeah, But yeah, like I said before, I think that he's being disingenuous with using that as an example, because I think that even that community, although that they would be sad about that game basically leaving the gaming system, gaming environment, game economy, they would understand how hard it would be for them to convert that to specifically a single player game and give. There are games on Steam where they basically shut down the online servers, but still gave the code to the. I didn't even know that was possible, but yeah, I had talked with people that is possible, and it has been done. They gave the code of the game to be able to basically do what they want with the game once they get the code of the game. Yeah, it's crazy, but I think
imagine the day that World of Warcraft shuts down. And suddenly you have to make it a single-player game for every individual that ever bought the game. That's what they're asking for.
No.
That's not
because they would have to sunset live service games as a single-player experience.
That's the point.
The idea that suddenly you need to make every single live service game playable single-player offline. No, dude.
See, and that right there is what pisses me off, because Pirate Software is clearly intentionally misrepresenting what the movement is. 10 months ago, he got backlash for his video. He told people, all right, I'm actually going to take my time looking into it and study it more. And this clip here shows that he's obviously not even bothering to pay attention, because he is so laser focused on his way being the right way that he won't actually lend a single bit of his attention to Ross's video. Now you're probably wondering, why is he doing this? Because it's so obviously on purpose. Because this next clip is where he goes full mask off, as he says himself.
Oh shit, no, this is actually really dumb. It's used car salesman garbage. This is shit. It's shit. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to. That is awful. That is awful.
Listen, y'all can have it, man. Like I said before, people like him and people in his shoes, I get that y'all are so want to be. And mind you, his name is Pirate Software. At this point, I guess that's like a running joke. You know what I mean? He probably don't really believe in that, but it's like his name is Pirate Software, and he's going this hard about. He didn't even, like, people even talked about, like, maybe if he didn't agree, he should have basically said, hey, how can I help this? How can I help him and give him pointers on how he can go about it in a better way, addressing it in policy with each country that he's talking about. It's like, it's nasty. I think that he has a personal vendetta against old boy. He don't fuck with the movement, obviously, clearly, and he's literally going out his way to do it. And I just want to leave it at this. If you are the type of person that don't complain about, you know, y'all don't complain about the aspect of money, getting money, or, you know, let's say, what the fuck is wrong? Basically, you don't complain about the aspect of games getting more expensive and money getting higher when it comes to the cost of the game. And then also don't complain about the fact that they can take the game from you at any time whatsoever, if for no reason at all in some cases. If you're okay with paying $70 for that, and you're just saying that your excuse for that is it's gonna happen inevitably, then that's when I'd be like, fuck you too. You know what I mean? Like, truly, fuck you too. Because it's like, ain't no way. Like, if I want to just spend my money for just the shits and giggles, I might as well put it in the lottery. The fuck? I might, at the very least, I can hope to get a fucking return that maybe. It may be the smallest fucking chance, but it's like, that's the same way I feel like with video games. Not saying that I've been on record to say that video games do help people, even people that have mental health like depression or anxiety, you know what I mean, stress the fuck out. But I'd be damned if I'm spending money, $80 on a video game that is not mine. They could take it off of the internet at whatsoever, no matter what, for no reason at all, when I can get a whole week, 6 days to a whole week, maybe a week and a half of fucking food from the grocery store at fucking Food Depot. You can't even go to Aldi's no more. You go to Aldi's, now Aldi's is basically racking up they fucking shit damn near as far as taxes. Even them off-brand shits, the taxes are coming up so bad on those fucking prices that it's like damn near like Kroger. Kroger is like Walmart, and Walmart is like Target, and Target is just upper echelon. You spend 3 fucking products in Target. You pick up 3 products, and that's automatically $120. But yeah, I gotta go to Food Depot right now. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell me what to do with my fucking money. I'm gonna leave it at there. Y'all go watch the rest of the video. Fuck with me. I don't know what the fuck is that about. But yeah, like that, we gone. We gone. Bun kai.